Good morning, y'all. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. We just gonna give it a second. How are you guys doing today? I am doing just fine. For anybody who's wondering. All right, let me grab my other phone. Hey, Michelle's daughter, how are you? Good morning, and thank you for being a member. Hey, T Danielle, thank you for stopping in. Hey, Rizzo. Hey, Cruiser, thank you for being a member. Yes, happy Monday to everyone. All right. Michelle's daughter says she is listening while she's at work. Hey, Nep. Nep says, walks in with my Patty Lupine wig and Tracy heels. Now, why would you put them clunky ass Tracy heels on your feet, Nep? You know what? I understand why, because that bitch wears a size 15 in men's, and you probably do too. So, convenience of it all. Shout out to ZX. That motherfucker said that Tracy ass is a female caveman. She got them wide caveman hips. She got them little caveman hips, and she got them big ass caveman feet. And that shit really it tracks. It does. Nep say, bitch, I wear 14. Don't be putting them extra inches on my foots, bitch. Hey, Kiki. Hey, Brooklyn Star. Thank you for being a member. Oh, Brooklyn Star said, "Catch me up on the old and the restless, not the old and the restless, bitch." Hey, Betty White. Hey, Miss Diva One. Ooh, Miss Diva One, girl. You were showing out over there the other day. I loved it. It was delicious. Hey, Callie Poppin. All right, y'all, let's get into it. So, first thing I want to talk about is this begging situation. So y'all know I made a post the other day. Tracy's World, why are you over here, bitch? You know I don't see it for you. Skedaddle, bitch. We are not friendly. I do not see it for you and your shenanigans. Skedaddle, bitch. Okay. Anyways, we're gonna talk about this begging situation. Miss Diva say I'm innocent. Hey LJ, thank you for the super chat and thank you for being a long time member, LJ. All right, so with this begging and shit, child, these niggas are out of control. Hey, Tisa. Out of control. Brooklyn Star. I did not wake up and choose violence, but if these bitches bring it to my yard, I got a scythe that I'm ready to pull out and start chopping motherfucking heads off if they want it. All right, so this begging situation is just fucking out of control. Out of control. Now, Sean Bradley was live last night and he was talking about it, and he was kind of, I don't want to say he was on the opposite side of how I feel about the beggars, but Sean Bradley, he likes to play I don't want to say the villain, but he likes to debate. And I do too. I do too. Sometimes I will pick the other side just so I can have a good debate. So I think that's what Sean was doing. And him and Leo were live last night. So Sean is live talking with Leo. I'm over here watching, debating them in my head. And I had a good time watching Sean. Hey, Chris G. Thank you for stopping in, boo. Um, what do y'all feel? I mean, pretty much all of my bitches, we are all kind of like minded over here, regular people who see the world for what it is, and we don't really sugarcoat bullshit for folks. So, I mean, what do y'all feel about the begging situation? I feel like it's very tacky. I feel like it shows the type of character you have. And I feel like it's gotten out of hand. I really do. Hey, CCN TV. I feel like it's gotten out of hand. And one thing that I've been screaming about here in my personal life to my friends and family, one thing, in my opinion, that is lacking in the Black community is shame. And I feel like that's why we don't do as good as other communities because we have lost the element of shame in the Black community. Do you know why you never see a Chinese American pregnant teenage girl? Because they still have the concept of deep shame in the Chinese community, the Chinese American community, and that keeps them on the straight and narrow path. We've lost that in the Black community. We have no shame. Exactly, CCNTV. We have no accountability. And when that shit's out the window, bitch, anything goes. So then you have grown ass mothers on here who are allegedly married, according to them, begging you all for their extracurriculars. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. Not only that, before you beg me for anything, I expect you to get off of your ass and to try to make it happen for yourself first. If my electricity was about to be cut off, first of all, they don't cut it off after you don't pay the first bill. They cut it off after like that second bill is like kind of way overdue. So you've had about a month and a half to try to get your shit together. You've had about a month and a half to fill out some applications, try to get a job. You got to work 2 weeks before you get that first paycheck. If the bitch would have came on here, Tracy, I'm talking to you big buffalo lip bitch. If that bitch would have came on here and said, look, y'all, my light's about to get cut off, but I've gotten a job. I've been working for 2 weeks, but y'all know I won't get my paycheck for another week. If you could help me out, that's different. That bitch made no attempt to dig herself out of that hole before she decided to come over here begging the public and being rude to the people who were asking her questions about her fucking begging. It's disgusting. We're going to shame you bitches into acting like decent human beings if it's the last thing we do over here. Let me calm down, y'all. I don't like coming on here when I'm mad. And I just got real fucking upset because just the fucking nerve, the shame. Shame. Let me see what y'all are saying. Roxy said memberships to select few are my cash apps and super chats. Yes, Roxy, and thank you so much for your continued membership. Nep says, falls out the chair and throws my teeth in the air. Nep, you better be careful with them teeth over there. Don't you come asking us to help you get a new set if you accidentally let them slip between your fingers and a couple of them break off, nigga. I'm just uh Brooklyn Star said these niggas need what I have, a hard-working man. You know what, Brooklyn Star? They have hard-working men. They don't want to spend their money, so they're begging you for yours. It's very simple. And they know that this sector is full of women who are tender-hearted, even though we some savage bitches over here. We do come with a side of tender-heartedness. We do. So, and they know that, and they playing on y'all's heartstrings and shit. And it's disgusting to use people in that way. So, y'all know I'm a donator. I will donate to somebody, but I'm not going to give you money because you're asking or you're in a dire situation. I'm going to give you money if I'm over here and I'm laughing so hard, I'm having a good time, and I feel like you deserve a tip. It's no different than if I go to a comedy show and I have a great time. Some comedy shows, smaller comedy shows, they have a piano up there and they have a jar on the piano. It's a tip jar. I work in the service industry. I understand about tips and how important they are. So I don't mind tipping, but that's different from what the fuck is going on right here, right now in the state of the beef sector. Betty said, I'm sweet but sour when need be. Woman King, hey, Woman King Nova. Nest the hot lip mess is a beggar. I wouldn't know because I don't watch that bitch. She's fucking boring to me. I know a lot of people think she's funny and she's hilarious, and I'm sure she is, but I just It's something about that bitch that just I don't nope, nope. You know what? It's because she's a downtrodden, ain't shit, no good, stinking ass, terrible mother ass bitch, and I just know, I got better things to do with my time. In my opinion, time is priceless. Like this time y'all are spending with me, you cannot get this back. There is not an amount of money I could give you to give you that this hour that we're going to be spending together. There's nothing I can do to give it back to you. It is priceless. So me wasting my priceless time over there with that fat lip bitch, I don't think so. Jay Dunn posted something the other day. I saw somebody share it because I'm not subscribed to that bitch either. But she posted something the other day. Basically, I guess Ness posted a baby picture and Jay Dunn posted her baby picture up next to Ness's, talking about Ness looked like she was abused and left astray, while Jay Dunn in her baby picture, she's smiling and she looks loved. That shit was hilarious. I will say both of their baby pictures were cute. Ness did look a little slow, and that lip still was hanging like it usually does. But both the baby pictures were cute. They were both cute babies, and Jay Dunn was a cute baby too. Y'all know I can't stand that bitch, but I'll give it to her. She was a cute baby, and she had them fat, cute little knees. I like a fat baby, so that happened. Yes, chill out. It was very petty. It was very petty. Callie Papa said, I can't with Ness squeaking and squawking. I do not see it for her. And that Craig shit left a real bad taste in my mouth. What Brian called them, the cross figures, not the trans figures, the cross figures, like that shit. I don't like people playing on the trans community in that way. And that's what that was. She was playing on the trans community and disrespecting the trans community while she was portraying a gender that she was not. It's not cute. It's very tacky. And more people should have called her out about it. I mean, a lot of people did, but it's not something that people are currently still dragging her on. And I feel like y'all need to bring that back into the pot of things that you drag that downtrodden bitch about. Oh my God. Nova the Woman King said that clit hanging off Ness lip must be stanky. That's what that thing looks like. Oh my God. Brooklyn said, if you're Haitian, you know that's a normal baby pic. Oh, look, bitch, I'm not Haitian and that shit wasn't normal for me. But, to each their own, I guess. Listen, I'm just happy that her hair was combed because we've seen baby pictures of other content creators and that hair wasn't combed. So, if your hair wasn't combed as a baby, that means the shit ain't gonna be combed as an adult either because you didn't learn anything from your ain't shit mammy, in my opinion. Speaking of mammies, bitch, why the day before Mother's Day was it just an all out attack on everybody's mama? That shit was crazy. That shit was crazy. I think, yeah, it happened over on Pizarro's page. Did y'all see that shit with Brian and James over there on Pizarro's page the day before Mother's Day? Bitch, I was incensed. I was aghast, but I didn't leave. Oh no, I ain't go nowhere. You know what I did? I paused it. I ran real quick and I got me some wine and I sat my ass back and I kicked my feet up and I enjoyed every moment of that shit. It was horrible. It was horrible. But I didn't go anywhere because it was entertaining. Things can be horrible and entertaining at the same time. I told y'all before that I'm a fan of horror movies, and that's basically the epitome of being horrible and entertaining at the same time. Yeah, I mean, ooh, it was a hey view. It was a lot. View said, View said, I said they all going to hell. Look, I'm gonna be right next to him, View, because I was gagging and laughing down boots. Do you hear me? I was over here fucking screaming with laughter because it was so bad, but it was so funny. I love when those two get to tangling back and forth. Brian lost his goddamn mind. That nigga's insane. I don't understand. Well, okay. I was gonna say I don't understand how he still has a firearm or a firearm license because that bitch crazy. But he in Texas, so that makes sense. That makes sense. They give crazy bitches pistols and guns and rifles and shotguns and things in Texas like it ain't nobody's business. So you know, I'm just saying, people in the nearby vicinity, y'all. I pray for y'all. I pray for Texas people. Speaking of Texas people, they really been cutting up over there. The Texas crew. We not real familiar with the Texas crew because that's the Mo3 people, and Susan, she's their new leader now. I try to watch her new videos with these Mo3 people, like that Queen 88 shit from yesterday, but the shit's just not fucking entertaining to me. It's just not entertaining to me. I don't give a shit about them Mo3 bitches. Now, I will say, a lot of them are very easy on the eyes. They're easy to look at, but they do not have good communication skills. For example, I was over on Susan's live for about 30 minutes on her second Queen 88 live. I didn't watch that first one because I was like, who gives a fuck about this bitch? The second one was fairly decent to give some background noise while I was cooking dinner and washing dishes and whatnot. So the girl was basically saying how her boyfriend was upset with her because he didn't want her twerking on camera and he wanted to know what outfit she was going to be wearing before she started twerking and all that shit. And it was very frustrating because I don't know what the fuck his problem was, but his communication skills were trash. I would never let a nigga with such poor communication skills stick anything in me. Anything. I wouldn't even let that bitch take me out to dinner because what the fuck we gonna talk about? What the fuck we gonna talk about? I'm asking you questions and you and acting like you can't hear me. Like, oh fuck no. So excuse me. That made me look at her fucking sideways for even dealing with a nigga with such poor communication skills. It made me look at Susan sideways for even trying to interview these fucking bums. But she had the Nimbus. The Nimbus was there. So I guess it was entertaining to the people over there in that Mo3 sector. I guess they loved it. They ate it up. I couldn't get into it, bitch. I couldn't get into it. Could y'all get into it? Was any B sector people over there watching that shit trying to get into it? Oh, Brooklyn Star said they sector is not given, especially for their appearance. Brooklyn Star, I think most of the girls over there are pretty easy on the eyes. Like they be trying to clown Mink and Coolin and all that. Them girls, they're easy on the eyes. They're pretty girls, in my opinion. View said they do have some troll looking ones over there as well. I'm sure they do, View. It's troll looking bitches everywhere across the internet. Miss Diva said VS is working those other sectors. Hashtag get money, bitch. Yeah, she better work them other sectors because we are on to her ass. And that bitch, though, she ain't get nothing from the B sector. Over here in the B sector with her, it's going to be like trying to squeeze blood out of a motherfucking turnip, bitch, because we ain't going. We solid as a rock. We ain't going, bitch. You better move the fuck on into greener pastures, bitch. Brooklyn Star said, Miss Diva, one, I agree. My daughter going to a PWI and a fast foot is a whole lie. Ooh. View said the ones that she watches, she enjoys. Can we get a couple of recommendations, View? Because I don't think I'm subscribed to none of them Mo3 bitches. I'll peek in when I see somebody sharing their pages. I'll stick around for about 10 minutes. I get nothing. Not even a chuckle. So I'll be out. I'll be fucking out. View said she looked like a pimp over there. Let's talk about her looks. So she was, like I said, she was live with that Queen 88 girl yesterday, and she had a hat on and she had a red lippy. I thought Susan looked very nice yesterday for Mother's Day. I thought she looked great for Mother's Day. I did. I think that's probably one of the best looks she's brought since she's been back out here on these streets. It's way better than that Shanae shit she had to go with them fucking curls and shit cascading down her medium to wide back. That shit was horrible. And that was one of the first looks she decided to bring the people. So, I mean, it's definitely an upgrade. You know, if she could just kind of work different kind of cutesy little hats into her routine and cover that fucking head up, I think that's best for her. I really like that for her. Just cover it up, bitch, at this point. I mean, you've tried to sear it off, you've cut it off, you've colored it. Just cover it the fuck up, bitch. Miss Diva once said, I don't know them in my Mariah voice. Nep said, that's a hard nope. He ain't going. Brooklyn Star said, they are cute except for like one or two. Nep said, us Louisiana folk been chilling. We staying out of the way. Maybe it's just me. You know what, Nep? Louisiana has been chilling. Florida been cutting up. That Florida crew, as far as beef sector, they've been cutting up. I think this week I would have to probably give it to. Now this week is going to California because seven is doing the fucking most. So this week in the beef sector belongs to the Cali crew. They've snatched their crown back. You know, the Cali crew has not held the crown since Misunderstood and Tracy was out there on their excursions and adventures. But Seven has brought it back for the Cali girls. They have snatched the crown for the beef sector this week. It's Cali, Cali, Cali. If you say, yep, it's Cali this week, bitch. Miss Diva said, I watched them on the spaceship. That's good enough for me. Yeah, I agree, Miss Diva. And when they be over there on the spaceship, they're also annoying as fuck. And I can't take it for very long. And I be moving around. You said calling daycares and shit. I said, who calling daycare? I know who calling daycares. You, I had to think about it. So, y'all know, I have a special place in my heart for Seven. Seven is the reason why you're even hearing me talking right now. Because that shit that Susie pulled with Seven and her family back in the day, it upsetted me in my spirit so much. I hit the fucking live button, and that was like my first time on YouTube in the beef sector, doing beef sector things with my beef sector friends. Like, I had made a couple of videos before, but they were just kind of observational videos, things that I was seeing happening, observational videos, quick little short little videos. They weren't lives. First time I went live was to cuss VS and Maurice the fuck out behind that shit they pulled fucking with Seven. So I have a special place in my heart for Seven. I do not really care for this whole situation that she's got going on, but she's grown. So if she feels like this is the best thing for her to be doing, I say do you, boo. But for somebody who cares about her, I will just say it's not a good look. And at this point, you just need to let it go. I feel, because I mean, that man, he's not saying anything. I'm subscribed to his channel. I found his channel. I subscribed just in case he wanted to come out here and be saying some shit and lying and shit. I was gonna be on his motherfucking ass, but he's not made any videos that I can find. He's not saying anything. If he is, it must be on other people's pages who I'm not subscribed to. But I haven't heard him say anything. She's constantly saying a lot of stuff, and it seems a little one-sided, just a little bit. So it's just, maybe it's been long enough. You've exposed enough. Just move on at this point. There's no need to just keep going live all day, every day, and repeating the same shit you've already told us about him in different ways, and fighting with Beach. I mean, we all know Beach. We all know her character. Nobody's surprised or shocked about what Beach did or what Beach said or how Beach was moving in the background. Nobody's surprised or shocked. So At this point, I really wish that Seven would just kind of just let it go. Cause that motherfucker is the one who's suffering. He's the one who lost out. You didn't lose. He did you a favor. He did you a fucking favor. And as soon as you realize that, bitch, you gonna sleep good at night. Trust me. Trust me. All right. So moving along. He did you a favor. He was already showing signs of an ain't shit nigga. She was already thinking about like, maybe I'm gonna break up with him. With him doing what he did, it saved you from all the screaming and the cussing and the crying and the hanging up and the calling back and the getting back together for 2 days and the breaking up again. Like all that, you didn't even have to go through all that shit. He did you a favor. So Miss Diva one said, what Beach do? Okay, so Beach was over there basically big up in this nigga and not telling Seven that Beach was not telling Seven of this nigga and his fuck boy activity and his fuck boy past. Beach was making it seem like this nigga was basically the greatest thing since sliced bread as far as niggas is concerned. Beach knew the character and the quality of this man, but she decided to hide it from Seven and pretend that this man was of greater character and quality than he actually was. That's what I gather. Betty said, but Beach and Seven weren't friends. Look, Betty, they were friends enough to be calling each other on the motherfucking phone. So I heard both of them say that shit. And I'm like, Y'all bitches was friends enough to be calling each other on the motherfucking phone and talking for hours. So yeah, they were friends. That's considered friends. Beach's mama had just died, but I mean, she's over here dealing with Seven in this bullshit with official. Bitch, that's friends. Okay? I'm just saying, that's friendly. That's a YouTube shit. They were friends. Betty said, I think Beach knew him better than Seven. Yeah, Beach definitely knew him better than Seven. And Beach was portraying him to be a better man than he actually was. But we can't fully blame Beach because right after the first little date that Official and Seven had, I made comments about it and I said how they were really, really cute. And I see this for her and I love this for her. And I hope they do well together. Somebody came in my comment section after the video and told me that he had multiple baby mamas and that he was kind of problematic. I'm not even fucking the nigga. I found this out after making comments about how I thought they looked cute. So if I knew this shit, somebody had to have told Seven. So even if Beach knew him a little bit better, I know somebody told Seven that maybe he's a little problematic. Maybe you should just be like a little careful because the bitches told me and I'm not even fucking him. Okay, so there were signs there, but I understand what happened, why it happened. I have been that girl, so that makes me extra sympathetic to her plight. It's very disheartening and it makes me very, very, very upset and angry for her against him. And if that motherfucker ever rears his head and comes on YouTube again, it's gonna be hell to pay. But until that time, until he says something, I think we should just let it go for now, Seven. I think you've done enough. You've exposed enough. We know enough. Just let it go, boo. Let it go. Betty said, is he still married or no? Girl, I don't know. I do not know. I don't use none of my good internet juice trying to look up none of these downtrodden ass motherfuckers around here. Nope. I've heard he's married. I've heard he's not. I don't know. With niggas like him, they lie so fucking bad. He's probably married to two bitches right now. His stupid ass. Let me stop. I'm not going to drag him because we haven't heard his side of the story yet. I also do want to say, as far as ghosting is concerned, I y'all know us fucking Libras, we are scatterbrains. So, and we can never really get on one side or the other. We're always kind of always on the fucking fence with shit. And I am on the fence with this situation as well, because as far as ghosting is concerned, I am very, very, very guilty of ghosting many, many, many people throughout my life. That's just what I do. It's just what I do. And it's because I do not care for conflict in real life. I avoid it at all costs. So it's just easier for me to move the fuck on and delete your number and never talk to you again or never see you again and leave you wondering and hanging. It's just easier that way. You don't have to go through all the arguing and the emotional bullshit. So if I had to guess, the reason he ghosted her like he did is just because he is not equipped to deal with that type of conflict in real life. Maybe he has a lot of other shit going on and he didn't want that extra, those extra arguments, those extra sleepless nights. And sometimes it is just easier to walk away. It's easier for you. It's not easy on the other person, the person who gets ghosted. But if I had to guess on one of the reasons why he did it, it's because he probably is a pretty much like a chill person. He really doesn't care for like guys really don't like conflict. They don't like all that screaming and yelling and crying and emotional shit. So if I had to guess, that's maybe one of the main reasons. Another reason could be is because Seven, she is a little intense. She can get a little intense. Did y'all hear her fighting with Beach yesterday over there on Brianna? Bitch, that shit was intense. Seven's voice got up to decibels that I've never heard before. And as a man, I don't know how much of that you could take. You know? So Brooklyn Star said he knows what Seven gives. He was trying to hide. I don't think he knew, Brooklyn Star, because if he knew what Seven gave, he would have approached the whole situation differently from the very beginning. If he knew what Seven gave, he would have never even approached her and tried to date her, knowing that he was a carless ass nigga. If he knew what Seven gave, in my opinion. Hold on, y'all. All right, y'all, I'm back. So, oh, I don't know if y'all saw, but we're doing the Go Live Together feature today as well. So if you want to click the link, it's over there on my community tab. But when you click that, it's not a StreamYard. When you click that, you will be live on your YouTube page as well. So it's over there on the community tab, Miss Diva One. Go ahead and click it, girl. Miss Diva One say, nope, 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 Beach is wrong. Why is she wrong, Miss Diva One? See, now listen, I'm not subscribed to Beach either, but I did watch her video from yesterday. I watched a decent amount of it. It was 3 hours of Beach saying the same shit. No, you don't have to have a page, Miss Diva One. You can click it with your page you're on right now. If you're talking to me, you have a page. So all you do is click that and it'll take you through the different steps. Who do you think will get the Dusty Officials interview? I don't know, Sally. I don't even know if he's going to come out here and do an interview. If he's not come out here and said anything by now, it's looking like he probably never will. And I heard Seven say something about him mentioning that he's been run off of YouTube before. So if he's no stranger to being run off of YouTube, I don't know. I don't know. If he ghosted her, it means that he doesn't like conflict and he doesn't want to talk about it. He probably might not ever give an interview or might not ever make comments or statements about it. Especially because he's in the wrong. I mean, what can he fucking say? What can he say? He's in the wrong. He was too pussy to properly express what was going on with him and his feelings and his situation to the person that he was having sexual relations with. So what's to say? What can he explain? I don't think he'll do an interview. I could be wrong. I'm probably wrong. You know, YouTube niggas, some talking ass niggas. But all right, waiting. It says waiting for guest. Okay, here we go. Add. Hey, Miss Diva One, your camera's on.
How do you turn it off?
I don't know how to turn it off. You got a sticker?
Do I have a what? Hold
A
on.
sticker?
Yeah.
You want me to drop you so you can get a sticker?
Yeah. I mean, I ain't got
All
no
right,
problem.
hold
Folks
on.
have seen me before. I ain't got no problem. I'm just sitting here with my bonnet on.
Okay, it's up to you, honey bunny.
Where do you get the stickers at?
I just grabbed a sticker from a piece of fruit and stuck it on my camera.
Oh. Oh, a sticker.
Yeah, girl, sticker. I grab a band-aid. I'll
Girl,
grab
that's all.
anything. I'll
Let me see.
rip a piece of sticker off of something and just slap it right on there.
Does that work?
Yep, there we go. So,
What's
Miss
that?
Diva One, why you say Beachy was wrong? Did
Now
you see
this is
something I didn't see?
yeah, this is my opinion, and I ain't gonna. I said I was done panel hopping. And then I'm keeping up with this John Morant bullshit. I just want to go across this bridge and beat this motherfucker ass. $233 million just to. Ooh. Anyway, I'm girl. You just can't be that damn stupid to lose $233 hanging with a broke ass nigga. But I'm gonna leave that alone. And this is my opinion.
Wait a minute. Who lost $233?
Hell, John Morant done got in trouble again, girl. That $233 million is up.
Oh,
Contract is up in the air.
so yeah, if y'all don't know what we talking about,
Woo!
so Ja Mormont, I think his name is, a
Morant,
basketball player.
Morant,
He got
John Morant.
fined for flashing a pistol on Instagram, right?
Well, this is second time. You know he got in trouble for this less than hell shit 60 days ago, girl, and all of his stuff.
And you said $233
It
million dollars.
200. It comes up all of his endorsement. You know he just lost 40 because he wasn't. He didn't get into the all that basketball thing that he would have been into. But all of his endorsements and everything and contracts and stuff, all of it comes up to a little over $233 million. All of that shit is up in the air because
A
of this
quarter
stuff
of a
shit up there.
billion,
But
because he acted a donkey on Instagram.
girl, anywho, girl, I can't even see straight. I said I'm about to get in my damn car and drive across this bridge and choke slam that motherfucker. Anyway, this is my I blame Beachy, and this is why. I'm a firm believer a man and a woman's relationship is their relationship. But if you, Tatiana, if you my friend, I'm gonna shoot you a warning shot. Hey, look here, Thot, that motherfucker ain't shit. I'm just gonna tell you like this, and I'm be done with it. Now I'm only gonna, and this is how I've said it. I'm gonna tell you just like this, that motherfucker ain't shit. Now that's my warning shot to you. Now I'm telling you right now, I'm only giving you 2 phone calls of my time to listen to you whine about this motherfucker, and then I'm going on about my business because it's gonna end up that way. That's how I've said that
Now,
before, and that's what I mean, and I'm done.
Now, Miss Diva One, I'm not really familiar with the Manosphere. I know about them, but I'm not familiar with all the connections and stuff over there. From where I'm sitting, in my understanding, Beach was friends with Official before Seven, right? More friendly with him because of
She
their
was more
Manosphere
friendly.
connection.
Okay, she was more friendly with him than she was with Seven. But that does not
So
negate that does not negate the fact that Beachy is Seven's friend. And yes, I'm not saying Beachy is obligated to tell Seven anything, because no, she's not. But if you my friend, I'ma throw you a warning shot out there. And hey, keep
do
your
you
head up.
think that she threw Official a warning shot about Seven and how she will fucking destroy you if you try to play her on YouTube?
Mm,
Do you think she gave either one of them a warning? Because if she didn't, that's
I
kind
would
of
be more
sad.
inclined. I mean, if you say she's more friends with him, I'm pretty sure that she done sit here and said a thing or two to him. Not going to that in depth. I'm pretty sure, man. Look, that girl crazy. You know, we'll throw a little warning shot out there. But to sit here and know that this nigga is on fuck shit, but yet and still you over here in this woman face, that's what I find fucked up. You're not gonna play in my face like that. You know this nigga over here on fuck shit, but yet and still you turning right back around to you in my face. I'm finna step in your ass first, and then I'll get that nigga next. I'm because you was in my face playing.
Yeah. I mean, listen, Beach was playing in Seven's face, and she admitted it yesterday when
Yeah.
they were arguing with each other over there on Brianna's page. Beach
Oh, she
admitted she
admitted
was
it?
playing in
Damn, let
Seven's
me.
face. Yes.
Ooh,
She
damn, but
basically said, damn, let me think. 'Cause I be smoking my weed when I be watching these. Let me think of what she said. I cannot remember her exact wording, but yeah, she basically admitted that she was playing in Seven's fucking face.
yeah. And granted, mind you, I don't, we don't know the ins and outs of their relationship. We don't know the pillow talks that they didn't have. We don't know. We just going by what is presented here on YouTube. But I'm the type of person, you in my face. You, like I said, you ain't got to give me the girl, this, that, and other, but throw a nigga a warning shot. Damn, you just gonna let me walk out in traffic like that and bust my head wide open by that eight? Don't you see that 18 wheeler? Damn, you could let a motherfucker know, hey, that motherfucker ain't shit. And then if I choose to continue to fuck with him, then that's on me. But you're not gonna play in
Now,
my goddamn face.
Miss Diva One, we cannot negate the fact that 6 kids and 5 baby mamas is kind of like its own warning.
How was that a warning?
6 kids and 5 baby mamas, that's a fucking warning.
These motherfuckers popping kids left and right. I mean, these motherfuckers don't know shit about birth control. I'm not gonna knock. I'm like this. I'm not gonna knock a motherfucker for how many kids you got. Long as you taking care of them motherfuckers, it's cool. You ain't got no car. Long as your ass can get
See,
around,
but
you
that's
ain't got
the
no car.
thing. It was also rumors that he wasn't taking care of them. And Seven
Okay.
is the one who told us. So she obviously found out that he wasn't taking care of his kids while in a relationship with him. But she
Well,
continued the relationship. He's the one who ended it. If he hadn't gone anywhere, she'd still been with him, knowing all this shit that she's telling
well,
us.
but okay, she gave that mother. But see, that's her and that nigga. I can't knock you for what you gonna accept. The motherfucker ain't got no car. Shit, put some gas in my car. That's her and him. I ain't got shit to do with that nigga. I got something to do with you playing in my motherfucking face. Cause a nigga gonna lie to get what the fuck he want. A nigga gonna
Yeah.
lie. Now, if you gonna continue to fuck with him, then that's you getting your head bust. But I'm not giving a nigga a pass. But a nigga gonna lie. Bitch, you in my face.
So it seems like, Miss Diva One, that you feel a very strong girl power moment should have been had. Even though
Mm,
Beachy was more friendly with officials, she should have had that girl power thing to kick in and to
not
warn Seven.
not more so girl power is like this. Well, I get bitchy. If you neutral, you neutral. But if you see some fucked up shit, you could at least have the common courtesy to come back and, like I said, throw a warning shot. You do have some people that some women or men that like, man, that ain't my relationship. I ain't got shit to do with it. You bust your head, that's you. But to sit over here, and I'm just going off of what y'all say. Y'all saying she was over there big up in the nigga and she knew what the nigga was about. You mean tell me you didn't think enough of Seven to throw her a warning shot? You mean tell me you didn't think shit of her to throw her a warning shot? Even though she might not have listened, but damn, you could be like, hey, look, keep your head up. That nigga ain't about shit.
It seems like Beach was probably being a little bit manipulative so she could have her entertainment.
Well,
She was
see,
manipulating the situation so she could be entertained by it.
well, like you said, I mean, like you said, it all came out in the wash, right? When they was over there arguing
Mhm.
on Brianna channel. That's just,
Yeah.
I mean, people are grown. Don't get me wrong. People grown. Women. I'm not gonna just say it's women because men do it too. You got men, man. Know that the female ain't worth a damn, and they'll still go fool with them. Niggas gonna be niggas. Females gonna be females. My thing is, if Seven and Beach are friends, acquaintance, or associates, you could at least throw that woman. You throw her a warning shot. Even though she probably wouldn't have listened because her mind was so wrapped up in old boy. But you could at least throw that girl a warning shot. Don't do that girl like that.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
that's not
I,
being said. I'm like this. I'm gonna try to treat people the same way I want to be treated. Because, like I said, in the end, you gonna still do what you want to do. I'm not here to persuade you not to do what you want to do. I'm just telling you, hey, XYZ. Because 9 times out of 10, when all hell break loose and shit hit the fan, you gonna be calling, girl, I can't believe this nigga. And I can't. I'll be like, girl, for real? Girl, that's a damn shame. And all along, I'll be like, girl, you didn't see them red flags.
yeah, yeah. It's very unfortunate that all of this had to happen in front of the public on YouTube.
That's my thing. That I mean,
I don't like seeing Seven being embarrassed like this, but you have to put facts as facts. She's kind of doing like a little bit of it to herself because she keeps coming out here and keeps telling us stuff.
yeah. Well, that open like y'all have always said, when you bring it on YouTube, it is open for the public to scrutinize. Now, I mean, didn't what wasn't her chat? Did she do a video once and the chat was trying to give her warning and warning signs? Because sometimes when you in the midst of something, you can't see, like, like the people on the outside. Wasn't they like trying to warn her and she didn't listen?
Yeah. So I don't, and with that being said, Miss Diva One, do you think maybe Beachy saw them trying to warn her and she didn't listen? So Beach was like, "I'm just gonna save my fucking breath."
I'm gonna tell you something, Thotty. I could go along with that theory only if, and this, I'm like I said, I'm just going by what y'all have been saying in this chat. I mean and stuff. I could go with that theory only if Beachy wasn't over there propping that man up. If Beachy wasn't over there, and still, no, I still can't go. Well, I don't. Eh, eh,
Yeah, you're right, Miss Diva
eh.
One. You're right because she was propping him up and giving him more of a good look than he deserved.
It's like, to me, it's like, and my perception of it could be wrong, and nothing against Beachy if she's in the bushes, but it's like y'all been sitting here saying and all. You setting me up for the kill. You've been doing this all along. You skinning and grinning in my face, and you having this nigga stab me in the back.
Yeah,
Now I gotta look
yeah,
at you sideways. But you said they got the
yeah.
argument. I'm gonna have to go over there and look at that argument. That, like I said, that's my perception. I know people are not gonna, agree with it, but I mean, you
Another thing Seven said was about Beach being male identified. Now I agree with her on that, and that's something that I saw a little while back. So with that being said, is it a surprise that Beach would kind of stand for official in this situation?
wait a minute. Elaborate a little more. Wait a minute. Elaborate a little more. She's male identifying. I'm lost on that one. What do you
Well,
mean?
she she's over in the manosphere and she takes up for men who are not particularly the best in our community, and she
What
presents herself
when it
in a
has she
manner.
I was just gonna say, has she? I know females that hang out with niggas. I'm the type of female that hang out with niggas. When I don't be around here, I'm over there in the basketball section, in the football section, all on panels, arguing with the only female on panels, arguing with niggas and stuff like that. But
But
that
do you
doesn't
do you
mean
hang out with those niggas with very hard and heavy sexual undertones? Because that's what Beach does.
no, cause see them niggas like that. This shit kind of rough. I don't want. I mean, I
Do
have,
you
but
twerk
I've
in
made it
front of the
clear.
niggas that you hang out with? Are you twerking in front of the niggas you hang
Oh
out with?
no,
Are
we
you
ain't doing
titty
all that.
twerking?
No,
Are you? Because
no,
that's
we
what
ain't do.
she's doing.
No, you don't do that. Cause see, you inviting the motherfucker to your ass when you do shit like that. You got to know your role when you hanging out with a bunch of dudes. Now, if you hanging out with a bunch of thugs, woo 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 woo, it's all in the way you present yourself. If you present yourself as a thought, then so be it. They're gonna approach you as a thought. If that's how
Mhm.
she presented herself over there, then I can understand why she leaned more towards old boy than old girl. But then that
Yeah.
said, what does that say towards your character, Beachy? I mean, and this her second or third time getting caught up with a female and a male here
Yep.
on
And I
YouTube,
think
and they
that's
love
why
it.
seven classified her as male identified, because just what you just said, she catered more to old boy than to old girl.
Well, could it be just she just don't fuck with you? And the other girl, I don't want to call her name on your panel, but hell, she just went through this shit
No,
with
you can
old
call
girl.
names. We do all that over here.
Then
We do
okay,
all
well
that.
then she, well Jay, you know these fuck. Then she just get wasn't she like in the hot seat with Kimmy and the other boy and
Yep.
I mean the
Kimmy
other
and
man
our
and his
cook.
wife.
Yep.
I
So
mean, are we gonna just
yep.
everything don't have to have a label. I mean, these titles and labels is what threw me. Can the motherfucker just be messy? Does she have to have a label or a title? She's male identified. No, the motherfucker's just messy. How you all up in somebody
Yeah.
else's relationship? Where is your? Didn't you just go through a divorce? But I mean, that's just me. How I'm looking at it.
Girl, Beach was over there yesterday screaming about she married and she got a boyfriend. I said, damn, bitch, you got a lot going on with your cool la la.
Exactly. See, you know what I think the problem is, Tatiana? I think the problem is with a lot of people on here, and I've said this over and over again, and I fell victim to it maybe once or twice. We don't want to accept a person for who they are when they show us who they are. When a person shows us who they are and tells us who they are, then when they get mad, then we'll turn around and get mad when they showing us who they are. The motherfucker that showed you who the fuck you was, who she was. I mean, are we surprised that she wouldn't pull no fuck shit like this?
No, I mean she pulled it 3 months ago with Beach and our cook.
Exactly. But I mean,
I mean not Beach and our cook, with Kimmy and our cook.
well, can I? Let me flip it around. Let me flip this around. Could it be that Seven is a little bit more upset at herself than she is at Beach because, like what y'all said, all the red flags and the red signs was there. Because sometimes a person can be more mad at themselves than they is that person, and they just giving it off that they mad at that person. Could she
It
be
could
over there?
be a little bit of projecting some of her
Yeah.
anger at herself onto Beach.
And
It could
then,
be.
or like I said, I'm just looking at it all the way around the bar. Could it be okay? This is Seven's fourth kind of disastrous relationship that she has brought here on YouTube, and it's just it can be stressful.
Yeah, it can be stressful.
Come on,
Listen. I choose to keep my relationship completely separate from this shit because it has nothing to do with this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Chipper
And
don't.
when she first came out here and she was on the date with Official and she brought him on here, it was really cute. And I was praying to God that was it and that was all that we were going to have access to, because I know how these bitches operate out here and they love to give you accolades when they see you happy in the beginning, but they after about 2 weeks they're going to try to start to tear that relationship down. We've seen it over and over and over and
Right.
over.
Yeah, Tatiana,
But
what's
I
wrong with
mean, in this
Chipper?
situation, they didn't get a chance to try to tear it down because he ruined it himself.
What's wrong with Chipper? Boy, Chipper got me over here about to fall out his bed. Chipper don't show nobody no slack.
Chipper is a motherfucking beast.
Chipper don't show nobody no slack. Everybody said, "Oh,
Chipper is
please,
a
oh Lord."
beast.
Yeah, but you know what? That also. I mean, do you? Let me ask you. Do you think people kind of forget where they're at times? They can be so happy and they just forget. Okay, this is the beef sector where folks don't really give a damn, and they gonna dissect every minute part of your relationship down to the core. Because I'm like you on that one. Why continue to bring these individuals out here when you know how the beef sector is?
It's content. If you are comfortable enough and to expose your real life out here for content, then first of all, you got bigger balls than me because I ain't doing it. And I can't really look down on my nose for people who do it because that's how the beef sector started. That's how we have all this information to read these people is because they come out here and they let us into their lives.
Yeah. I mean, not just the beef sex. I mean, they do it all over YouTube, the world, or as y'all call it, they do it all over Beyonce's internet. So I mean, but it's like these individuals here that have a known track record of doing A through Z, and they go invent other letters to add to the alphabet. It's like I would be weary as fuck to bring my personal relationship out here. That mm-mm. But hey, that's just my 2 cents on the situation. When it comes to that, I I I, I fought both of them, but I don't play in my face like that. That's why I'm
Yeah.
looking at Beachy a little harder. Don't play. I don't think it has nothing to do with man identifying or more manly or whatever it is. You being messy as a motherfucker and you playing in my face.
Yeah, that part is true. She was playing in her face and she admitted the shit very loud and proud. So, oh, Miss Diva One, let's talk about this shit. Did you notice? Did you watch Beach's video yesterday?
Actually, I didn't even know she. Yeah, she do have a channel, but no, I hadn't watched it.
Ooh, Miss Diva One. Girl, why did Jay Wilson pop his ass up in Beach's video being messy in the chat? And why did she allow that motherfucker in her chat after he embarrassed her, snatched her wrench, and talked all that shit about her? And why, when he went live last night, was she in his chat? So these two have basically made up without apologizing to each other behind
I,
this messy bullshit.
Look, I'm trying to think of some creative words that Chipper would use right about now, cause I'm
It
just.
goes to the character of both of them motherfuckers. Like, what the fuck is going on here? Bitch, you don't remember how he did you less than 3 months ago?
Can I go back? Can I grab that male identifying for 200 Alex that y'all were leaning on? She must.
Absolutely.
She must. Uh, do she enjoy pain?
Girl, a lot of people out here do. This is a sector full of masochists and sadists.
Yeah, that one kind of got me. Look, that's why I said I'm trying to think of some creative words that Chip or there would use right about now, but can't none of come to mind that I can say out loud, and this video wouldn't
It
get
would
flagged
probably
up.
go something like beef, buffalo, swine,
Yeah, I
Wilson,
know.
etc., etc.
Hacksaw head, kind of. I mean, there's all the creative stuff that Chip would use. You drill saw head. You, I mean, oh, yeah, you know, I've been trying to. I'm not gonna say I've been trying to figure Jay Wilson out. I mean, I know how he is, but I'm just trying to figure out what his angle is lately. Cause one minute Jason got him scared on the ropes. The next minute he out the sector. The next minute he dropping in. Is he still trying to get up on coins for this imaginary cruise that they going on? Is
Oh
this gonna be?
yeah, he is pushing that cruise like nobody's business.
And how much farther they got to go with that?
September
September.
29th, so they
Okay.
got a little minute.
She's gonna
They
be a
got a little
hurricane.
minute.
All right, Poseidon. Damn wave gonna come and flip that damn ship over here, and you gonna be holding on, smiling at old Lord Jesus.
Miss Diva One, them ships are real, real big. We gonna all have to do some wishing to get that shit to
Girl, I
happen.
would. I'm like Sean on that one because I did catch a little bit of his. I'm like, shoot, this storyline is getting old. And my thing is Tracy and Misunderstood gonna actually be friends to that point to get on that cruise ship together? That's what I want to know.
I feel like Tracy and Misunderstood are both two bitches who are fake enough to fake that friendship until after the cruise is completed. But that cruise is gonna be the end all be all of that friendship. 'Cause something gonna happen on that cruise, and them bitches gonna fall out for real
It's
after
like
this
they
cruise.
walking the line. And to me, it seems like they walking that tight line right now. You don't think they walking that
Yep.
tight line? Cause
They're
they
walking a
throwing
tight
pop.
line because Misunderstood got people coming and Tracy got people coming, and neither one of them can back out.
You think Miss Paulette coming? Cause baby, Miss Paulette coming. Let me see if I can find me a cheap ticket or be a stowaway. Cause that's what
Child,
I want to
Paulette
see.
ain't going. Paulette is not going. Paulette won't even cut her fucking camera on. Who what make you think she want to be singing in person if she don't want to be singing on camera?
Girl, I was gonna be like Cole on Martin. I was gonna be a stowaway on there. Cause baby,
Miss Diva One, I'm still contemplating if I'm gonna do a little sneak and peek around there to the cruise.
girl, what if? Look, I just peeped down there in the chat, baby. What if Jason shows up, baby? Oh my God,
Jace is not going. He's a hermit.
he ain't gonna go. Yeah, well, we got to get some kind of action going on. Cause I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, Tatiana. I'm lost on a lot of this stuff that's going on around here. I mean, I blame Dobie for all this big and this chat big, and I blame her for that shit because she got that shit started, and I'm sticking with it. That's my final answer.
Dovey is innocent.
Girl, Dobie was the main one that came out here that was arming up the troops, talking about y'all getting all the coins and y'all going live on top of each other, and can't nobody else get no money and can't nobody else get no coins. I remember when she came out and all hell done broke loose since she came out with that fuck shit. I blame
See,
Dobie
but
for
Miss
this
Diva
shit.
One, what you said, that's not begging, that's facts. Don't be over there speaking facts, baby.
How was that facts?
They are going live on top of each other. They are doing way too much in with all this other begging and can't nobody else get no money.
But come on now, Tatiana. Okay, you got okay. Let's go there. I ain't gonna say this is conversation part two, but you have your strong beliefs on it. I have my strong beliefs on it. I'm like this. If you're gonna support your, I ain't gonna say favorite content creators, but you people show support whether they join memberships or they cash app $2, $3, $4, $5 and everything. I, I I'm not understanding what's the issue.
The issue is, okay, Miss Diva One, let's take it here. Do you remember the hurricane, right?
Right,
You remember all that shit that happened during the hurricane, right?
right,
You know where I am, right?
right.
During the hurricane, my whole fucking fence was destroyed in my backyard. Privacy fence. Blew down, laid in the yard, fucked up, everything. I didn't come on here and ask the motherfucker for shit. But if I had to come on here and ask, before I would have asked, I would have done everything in my power to fix it myself. I would have tried to get a loan. You know what I'm saying? I would have broke out my credit card. I would have called some family members who I thought maybe could help me out. This would have been the last resort. But that's not how these people operate. This is their first resort. This is not beef sector savings and loans.
Okay, now what's wrong? Now I'm just asking what's wrong with asking because I've said this before. The beef sector is known for having a kind heart. I'm not gonna say beef sector's known for that. One person get on here and cry, and everybody go to their pockets and they give. And it has made it bad for some people that actually are in need. And then you always gonna have you a scammer or two in the midst.
Well, you know what, Miss Diva One? It's not the bad part that they're asking. The bad part is it's the same cast of characters who keep asking.
Okay,
Same cast of characters.
take that what you just said. Let's break that down. The same cast of characters. Now, if you know who you dealing with, who do you blame?
I blame
Because
them.
blame who?
The cast of characters who keep begging. Because there's
Okay,
always going to be a tender-hearted person who has an extra 10, 15, $20 that's going to give it to you. It's
oh,
always going to be that person. I blame the person taking advantage of the tender-hearted person. You're taking
so
advantage of
do you
somebody,
blame
and
do
that
you
shit's going to
blame
bite you in your
panhandlers?
ass. Huh?
Do you blame panhandlers?
It depends.
What do you mean?
It depends.
Because I know some panhandlers that are living well, but they still be out there on that corner begging every day. Do you blame the
When I was up in
panhandlers?
Massachusetts, the area I was up at was a pretty affluent area. It wasn't, I mean, you didn't really see homeless people, but here in Myrtle Beach, where I'm at, you see a decent amount of homeless people. and you kind of see them in rotation. So there's this guy who stands in the median. He stands there every fucking day begging. Some days I'll give him $1. Most days I won't because it's a daily occurrence for him.
Okay, now stop right there. What
If
you
I
just
saw
said.
it, there's another guy I saw over by a store. He was in the parking lot. He was a veteran. I've never seen him before. I gave him $20 as opposed to the $1 that begging everyday man might get from me once a month.
But you still gave it. When I see it's a group of panhandlers here, the same group standing in the same area, and there's been a couple of them. One thing about a panhandler, when I see a panhandler, the first thing my eyes is going to them shoes. Let's see what them shoes look like. Are you really homeless? Or are you just out here trying to get up on some money? Okay. Now, if I know that you these same panhandlers that's here, we when I say we, the whole city know they gonna get their money, they gonna go get their meth, they gonna go back to their hotel room and smoke, and they gonna be out here again. But you see people that still give them money and they know what they gonna do with it. Okay, who do you fault? The panhandlers or the person that give the money? I mean, I can't knock
I
the motherfucker for getting out here begging because or begging or asking or whatever. Do I fault them or do I fault the people that's giving the money?
I still kind of fault the panhandler because it depends on the begging situation. If you're got a sign up asking for money for food and you take it and you go get meth, that's a lie, and I blame you.
The
But then you
panhandler.
know that's what they're doing. That you know that's what they're doing. Nobody ever has a sign up and says dollars for meth, please, because they know nobody will give them the fucking money.
I done seen a couple of them out there that sit here. I ain't gonna lie, I want a bill. I can respect you when you being honest with it, huh, baby? Hit $2, go get you a bill. Then holler about it. My car done broke down and me and my baby hungry. But goddamn it, you wearing some Louis Vuitton shoes? Oh, okay. I ain't got none, baby.
Hmm.
And I'm walking
Hmm.
out with dollars in my hand. I ain't got none.
Now let's talk about this situation with Susan and it's $7,000. How you feel about that?
Do you honestly want my opinion? Do I feel
I
like
do.
arguing? Because normally when I bring up when her name come up, I get to arguing with folks.
No, we
Uh,
gonna, girl. Miss V.
uh,
Come on, Miss V.
get money,
This
bitch.
is me.
Get money, bitch.
Get
Because
money,
I
bitch.
mean, get money, bitch. I mean, I'm gonna say this me. Everywhere Susan go, she bringing a crowd with her. That's why motherfuckers is putting her on that damn panel. That and motherfuckers ain't dumb. That's why they putting on the panel because they know here come a crowd. Whether it's 1,000 in the chat or 700, 800 versus the 30 you used to get, there's more views, there's more clicks, there's more change, whatever it is. I don't know how the accent go. And in
So, Miss
return,
V,
what?
no, go ahead. Keep going.
Yeah, and in return, she getting something. She throwing she throwing her cash app out there. Or even swap ain't never been no damn swindle. In my book, or even swap ain't never been no swindle. So I mean, VS can jump on it. VS can go over there with Trump and jump on the panel with Trump. If a motherfucker don't give her a penny, she ain't gonna get a penny. Who do you fault? VS, or do you fault the people that follow her and give her money? Because
I
ain't
feel
nobody got no gun to these support ahead and say, hey, you better give a motherfucker money.
I feel it's disingenuous and it's a slap in the face to the subscriber for her to be asking for $7,000 while flashing her YouTube checks in people's faces.
So,
Like, bitch, you cannot have it both ways, bitch. You can't be over here pretending to be a highfalutin bitch who's making money, but then you
but
ain't
I
got no
mean,
fucking
but
money.
we're so we gonna now. I'm just asking. We gonna get mad at BS for being I ain't gonna honest, genuine. She letting you motherfuckers know off top. Hey, look, I need my car fixed. Hey, I got a check for $3,000, but I still want your money. Am I gonna get mad at BS for being honest? At least she got up here and told you
Hell
motherfuckers
yeah,
what you
I'm
want.
mad at the bitch for being honest because her
Man, come
honesty
on,
is
Toddy.
steeped in bullshit. Her honesty is steeped in bullshit.
But at least that motherfucker honest. Now it's up to you whether you gonna give it to her. We just got done talking about Beach playing over in Seven Face. You playing over in that girl face when you should have let her know what the business was. See, I can respect the motherfucker more when you let me know what the business is up front versus you playing behind my back. If you let me know,
I
hey, you
agree
a
with that.
scam and I'm
I
trying to get
agree.
money out of you, okay. I appreciate that. I'm gonna give you your prop. I might not like you, but I'm gonna give you your props for being honest with me. Now it's up to me whether I'm gonna dig in my pocket and give you a quarter, a dime, or a penny, or tell you kiss my ass and go on about my business. So are we mad at
I
BS
just
for
feel
being
like it's
honest?
crazy.
It might be crazy. I mean, I'm gonna tell you this. It honestly, it took Sean cussing me out 50, 11 million times, constantly telling me to take the logic out of it, and quit trying to make sense out of it, Miss Diva, and quit trying to bring logic to it, to actually look at it for what it is. It is
Miss
what it
Diva,
is.
do you know what? That is one of my sayings is what I have a good girlfriend out here on YouTube, and she constantly has to remind me to stop bringing logic into situations with illogical bitches.
Yeah. YouTube is, I'm not gonna say YouTube is, as old girl say, and I ain't gonna call her name because I'm waiting on her to cuss me out. I like when Quanta cuss me out. Fuck that shit. I'm like Quanta. This is a
Kwani won't hear this. Kwani don't listen to me, girl. Say what
yeah,
you want to
Quanta
say.
do.
The bitch won't hear it. She don't
This
listen to
is
me.
this is a entertainment apparatus. Is what you make of it. Everybody on here is not the YouTube sector. It's everybody gotta hustle and get it how they live. You know what it is when she bring it to you. Now, you had one motherfucker over here, and Lord, if she cussed me out, I don't care, that was sitting here hollering about her license off and come to find out that was a scam. Versus this
Mm-hmm.
motherfucker, versus this person over here saying, hey, look, I'm in a BMW. I need $7,000 to get my motor fixed. Oh, yeah, I made $6,000 in the check. Oh, yeah, I'm getting a whole lot of money, but I still want your money to get my car fixed. Which one of them you gonna look at? I mean, come on now. At least this motherfucker over here being honest with what she want versus this one over here lying, talk about my lights out and come find out it was a
Miss
scam.
Diva One, honestly, I look down my nose at both of them with the same level of disgust and disdain. They are both fucking equally trash ass bitches who gonna get what they deserve. Both of
Did
them.
I? That well, I can't argue with you on that one. I mean, hey, it is what it is. But at least one of them being honest with you. At least the motherfucker being honest with you. Just like I said, go back to the panhandler. I ain't gonna lie, I just gonna make a can of beer.
Background noise, girl.
But I
Background
mean,
says, shame on me for expecting more from less ass bitches. And I constantly be expecting more from less ass bitches. I have to be
background
reminded.
noise. There you go. Cause I have been guilty of that on several occasions on YouTube and in my real life. That's why I said
And you know
it
what,
go.
Miss Diva One? It took me about 4 years to wrap my head around the concept that these people do not share the same values that I share.
Oh, let me ask you. You mind me answering this question? Brooklyn Star says, but if you come on here telling people you got hella money, posting AdSense every month, what help could the people provide? Now, Brooklyn Star, take that question and ask and pose that question to every subscriber that constantly gives her money.
Miss Diva One, I have another question.
Mm-hmm.
She got all that shit going on with her page. Do you know if she stopped immediately putting her videos on members only, she would be making probably double from AdSense because people could enjoy the replay and they would have to sit through all those commercials.
Now, let me
So
let me.
because she's hindering herself in making money, but wants them to make up for her own hindrance.
But is
That
she
bitch is
hindering it? But
insane.
hold on now. Let's be real. And we talking about the beef sector now. Is it a hindrance or is it a play?
It's a
Okay,
hindrance.
hold on. The logic of it is leave your stuff out in public so you can add commercials as the Spider-Man draws passed over there be saying. And so you can add your commercials on there and get your coin. Or I could sit here and hide it behind a firewall so I can really have y'all wondering and thinking and thinking and thinking there's something on here. And it's gonna be some fool that's gonna get out here and actually pay this $50 or this $100, because I heard it was $500, gonna pay this money to sneak behind this firewall. Folks will be more
But see,
inclined to sneak behind that firewall thinking you hiding something versus you putting down
but
in
that
public.
would make sense if she was hiding something. She's not. She's doing the videos out for the public and then putting them behind the firewall. So anybody who wants to see the shit can see the shit initially. She ain't
Yeah,
hiding nothing.
yeah,
She's
but
being stupid, in my opinion, with the way she's running that page. With
But I
that
bet you, I just
part
got
of
the
it.
feeling that VS is making killer money hiding her videos behind firewall.
She could be, but she could be making more money.
But I mean,
I'm
hey,
not even if I was her, what I probably would do, I probably would hide the shit initially. But after a week, you have to re-release that shit for the public to get them numbers and to get that AdSense.
but I mean, what's more valuable, putting it out there on public or hiding it behind a firewall where you can get more money?
Putting it out in public, in my
Why?
opinion,
Why?
because the AdSense is good, depending on what advertisers you get. Like I have a video out here. I only
The,
have 700 views on that motherfucker, but it made $70. I don't know how.
okay,
It must have been the
you
ads
okay?
that they were pushing
Let's
through
just
that
take that one.
video.
Let's just take that one video you talking about. You said you making $70. You got about 5 curious motherfuckers over here that really want to know what the hell she said. That's willing to pay $50 a pop. Now that $70 you done made, or this 300 that these nosy motherfuckers gonna pay just to get behind this firewall, and not only to see this video, but to see all the rest of the shit. See all the
But
video.
Miss
Get on
Diva,
in
she
here
could
when
be
we having
doing
our
both,
zooms and
Miss
stuff.
Diva One. She could be doing both. Is what I'm saying. Put the shit on membership for 2 weeks and then release it to the public.
But you have to
After
look
two
at
weeks,
the
we
type.
gone. You know,
Look
this is
who.
a very fast situation we got going on out here. It's 3 days, 4 at the max. After
Okay,
2 weeks, niggas then moved on.
okay, but look at, okay, going back to what you say. Look at the character of the person. Look at the character of person that you're dealing with. VS has
Yeah.
always done stuff behind the scenes. VS has
Yes.
always done stuff behind the scenes and had her stuff behind the scenes. What's gonna make it any different now?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, it's that scary factor in her that got her losing money and expecting the
is it
people
a
to make
scary
up what
factor?
she's
Is it,
losing.
or is it a money making factor? Take, like I
No,
said,
it's her scary factor. That
how
bitch is
and when you can make
terrified.
more money with your stuff behind the scene than you can with your stuff on the scene. I don't have Patreon, but listening to a couple of people that have Patreon, they say Patreon is extremely lucrative, way more lucrative than YouTube is.
Yeah, I believe you get a bigger percentage from Patreon, which is why.
So why not put my stuff behind paywall? Because one thing for certain, and two things for sure when it comes to BS, motherfuckers gonna always be there. Somebody gonna always be nosy, and somebody gonna always sneak behind the screen to see. Look at old boy over there. He can't. He ain't even came to the common enough sense to get a damn phone to keep up with the shit Sean doing. He's still sneaking
Who?
behind what Sean doing when it's like, nigga, you know Patreon is free to get your ass on here. You
Who?
ain't got to sneak and hide. Uh,
Who's sneaking?
uh, what's the damn boy with the burn up ate up toe? The dude with the ate up black toe.
Oh, FJ.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Piss on my dick.
yeah, 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 yeah. I mean,
Jesus.
you got some folks that, I mean, like I said, that's just how I look at it. I could be wrong. What you saying is true and correct, but I still believe the way she doing it, she making way more money the way she doing it, because you always gonna have somebody that's gonna sneak. Oh, you want to see my stuff? I'm charging $200, and you'll have food that's gonna pay her just get in there to see what she done said and get mad when they realize, damn, this wasn't nothing after all.
Yeah, 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 you're right.
She ain't. I mean, I'm not gonna say I don't follow her, but I mean, just listening to what y'all saying. She over here on this sector. I mean, channel. She over there on that channel. She over there on that channel. I mean, she get money, bitch. My
Yeah,
thing is
I
what
mean,
y'all.
listen.
This the
The
real
bitch is
question I
the
have.
bitch is out here doing her thing as far as the moving around and the networking and the gathering new and different subs and people who are interested in that shit she's over there talking about. She's doing her thing as far as that's concerned. I will give it to her.
That's the real YouTube villain. Shoot, I mean, this is my only issue that I have with it. When I think, didn't they fall out? Everybody fell out like a week or two ago or something, and was it the Mo 3 sector girls was going at her and stuff. My thing is, and what y'all mad about? Y'all saw what we went through over here in the B sector. Do you really think it was gonna change? What is you mad about?
See, Miss Diva One, that's the thing. They didn't see. They've only heard the legend and the rumor and the whisper. They didn't see. They weren't here. They didn't
Well, you
experience. This is their
it,
experience
hold on,
right
hold on,
now.
hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. I'm like Esther now on Sanford and Son. Hold on, wait one menu. Wait, hold on, wait one menu. Wait. I'm not going for it, Tatiana. I'm not. I'm sorry, and this is why I'm not going for it. That girl had a grand. She had I ain't gonna say a coming to Jesus meeting, but she had a grand entrance a year before she arrived back out here. Everybody talked about this, and this, and this, and that. They knew. Videos still out here. Folks were still talking about it. You can't make me believe they did not know what that woman was capable of. You're not gonna make me believe it.
They didn't. For
No,
example,
I know.
Dovey was live the other day, and Dovey was cussing Susan the fuck out, and it was hilarious. But Dovey said that she wasn't here for Susie. She only heard the rumor and the innuendo, and she didn't believe these people because they lie until she had the chance to experience
It,
Susie Paso.
are there any medics in the chat? Because I think Tatiana needs her pressure check and her temperature. Because I know you just didn't use Dovey, the chicken scammer. The one that sit here and said that Reverend Spider-Man draws over there stole the big piece of chicken breast from the pastor. Slash, I need a transmission, but I ain't got no car.
First
Slash,
of all, he did
paper
steal the
plate
chicken.
gate.
Not only did he steal the big piece of chicken, it was such a big piece of chicken. They had to sew the leg onto the breast to make the piece of chicken so goddamn big. And he stole that chicken, and we have evidence.
Yeah, and she drove him away in her Uber car because she was driving Uber. But oops, I ain't got no car, but I still need a transmission and paper plate gate and everything else. Girl, bye. You think I'm falling for that mess with Dover?
And second of all, Dovey did get her transmission, but she couldn't go live from the shop because her phone was dead.
You know what? You sound.
Dovey tell stories, so I'ma tell some motherfucking stories.
Next, you gonna
Just in
tell
case,
me
if
that
y'all are not familiar in the chat, stories equal lies, bitch. Funny
in a minute
lies.
you
That's
gonna
what
tell me
stories
she
are.
ain't got, but she got more than 1.25 worth of titties. So I'm just gonna go and let you have it. Oh, Jesus. Okay, okay, okay. Y'all
Listen,
don't know
if
what.
she hadn't have told us them titties was lopsided, we wouldn't have knew them titties was lopsided.
You got some folks, then she show them and they still don't believe it. But I mean, what they think? She got a drawstring up there or something? I mean, come on, y'all. Just do better. Ooh, okay. I not now.
Look, Dovey has shaped up to be one of my favorites in the beef sector, so I'ma defend my fave. God damn it.
Wait a minute. I thought Tracy World was your favorite. Now wait a minute. You now
No,
wait a minute.
Tracy has been bumped off. Tracy has been bumped off her ass and all them antics. And what she did to Carlos was just disgusting. So I can't support that shit, how she did Carlos. Yeah, Carlos was kind of like he had elements of an ain't shit nigga. But all he really wanted to do was work and drink his beer and come home and chill out. And that bitch just made it so
Now
impossible.
hold on. Now, Tracy World and Carlos story. Whose story is that? Because it was another people. It was another couple out here that was just like that. Whose story is that? Let's see if you can
Miss
go
Stevie
back and
Wonder.
remember.
It's very
Hmm?
interesting that you say that. It's very interesting that you say that because one of my bitches constantly points out when someone does something on the beef sector, how Tracy will use that and utilize that and create her own version of that.
No, but whose story is that? Carlos and Tracy's World. We got one of those over here. I wonder if
Let me
people can
think.
go back and remember who they were.
Let me think. Oh, geez. I just smoked a
We
little too
had
fast.
we had the same thing Tracy and Carlos doing. We got one of them over there. Oh boy, gone now. It was 3 years ago. Let's see if you can remember, Tatiana. 3 years ago.
I don't,
Let
background
me let
noise
me
is saying Bill and Rita.
uh-uh. Let me give you a hint. Motherfucker was so fed up
Mhm.
he walked in front of the camera while she was on live naked.
Oh, Demetra and Eddie.
Yes, ma'am.
See, now when Demetra was with Eddie, I wasn't really watching her hard like that.
Oh, you want girl shoot.
So
I used to
I'm
be able to
not
watch
I'm not 100% familiar with their dynamic as far as relationship. I only saw him on camera a couple times when something like that would happen. People would get the tongues would get the wagging and I'd skedaddle over there.
background noise. Tell me that ain't Demetrius and that Tracy World and Carlos is not the new Demetrius and Eddie. Same MO.
Miss Diva One. Ooh, you is looking and watching and listening and connecting dots,
Well, no,
bitch. I
I just
love
said,
it.
I look, I look, I work in the field where I'm on YouTube all day, and I still do my job. So yeah, I done floated from here to here. I remember when these folks came out. Remember when these folks and fell out. I remember when these folks got back together. I mean, I done watched all these folks. That's why I sit back and look. Somebody said, "No, Tracy way worse." You think Tracy way worse? Well, I don't know. I don't know. I don't. You don't remember that, Tatiana? I thought you was around back then. Remember when Demetrius used to get on that? Eddie used to get mad and she wouldn't get off line. That man walked through that screen butt naked, girl. I hollered so loud.
Now, like I said back then, I wasn't watching Demetrius. Oops, sorry, I wasn't watching Demetrius super hard. I would, peek in here or there, but these
Yes.
people they do such long lives. You have to kind of like watch.
Girl, that I remember shoot. That man would cut up with her. And that man, girl, she wouldn't. I think what made me kind of stop watching her back then, because she used to be funny to me. Like I said, all that loud stuff, it funny to me because I'm loud. I think that man wanted some, and then heifer wouldn't even get off line to give him none. She just did it right down line. I'm like, let me go find something else to watch because this motherfucker here crazy.
They did it online.
If they
Oh
didn't,
my
they sure
god.
seemed like they did. It sounded like it.
Oh
I'm like, come
Lord.
on now. You can't be
Oh
that
God.
hooked on damn YouTube. Like I said, those were the good old
Are you
days when folks
subscribed
went.
to Miss Diva One? Are you subscribed to Kiki, female Kiki?
No, mm-mm, mm-mm,
So she
mm-mm.
been over there for the past couple of days. On the short, I call it the YouTube ticky tack. So she been over there on her YouTube ticky tack, posting up videos of her and her boyfriend that just broke up with her because of her YouTube antics. Haven't seen none of that?
You know, I had enough. I had enough of her when she was over there clean to QB. I just left her alone then because I knew she was off her rockers then. Mm-mm. But hell, since you done brought it up, I'm gonna have to go over there and watch because mm-mm.
Now I don't know
Mm-mm.
what it is about Kiki, but that bit, it's got to be the filters.
Don't tell me now
I'm
she a
I'm
favorite of
40.
yours.
I'm 40. No, no, I'm familiar with technology, but I'm not familiar with like all this new technology. So I can't really be telling unless it's like crazy looking if it's a filter or not. But Kiki, either that bitch is a chameleon or she is a wizard with filters because she be looking good in her pictures, but that bitch look crazy in real life.
That's all about.
I
I
don't know
think it's
what
her
it is.
lighting. Her lighting depends on what water light bulb she got and how she's sitting in
No,
front
she
of the
was
lighting.
outside in most of these pictures, Miss Diva One.
Oh, well, I was trying. Look, baby, I was trying to
Like if
look.
she was
Yeah,
showing pictures of her and the man when they went to Jamaica, and she was putting up little sayings like, "Oh, we would have been so beautiful together," little shit like that. Because he left her ass because she was on YouTube
is
showing
this
her
the
titties.
boyfriend
And
or the one of the three
yeah,
ex
this the
husbands?
boyfriend, the one that broke up with her recently because she was supposed to be getting married to him. She said they got engaged in December, was supposed to be getting married in January, but he broke up with her ass.
I honestly I hadn't figured her angle out yet. That's why I don't watch her. It's too hard to figure out what her angle is. When I look at these people, I look at what their angle is. I made a comment to somebody the other day, and I think they want to hang up on me when I sit here and
Her,
said no. I no.
her
When when I look at people, I had to figure out what their
If
angle
I
is.
had to guess, her angle is just attention, just pure attention. I feel like, because she broke up with him, she said like in December or January or something, and that's around the time when she came out here when fucking Susie came back, and then she came out here and started doing all this shit. If you notice, I think she came out here like maybe a week before Susie did. Kiki was out here doing weird shit, and then Susie shows up, and it was kind of like crazy, like a
Well,
crazy coincidence.
I've been stuck on that Susie behind the scenes plotting this foolishness. Now, until somebody show me something different, I mean, that's my angle of it. Because I'm like
I
you,
don't
you.
think they're behind the scenes plotting, but I think somebody is behind the scenes between the two of them plotting. There's a puppet master string puller who fuck with both of them, and neither one of them know.
Ah, oh, ooh,
Mm-hmm.
wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. No, no, not. I don't know, Tati. Well, you got me scratching my head like Martin now. I don't
You
know.
know, both of them fuck with hella people behind the scenes, despite what they try to tell people. We've seen the evidence.
I know. I just don't. I don't see VS being led by a string. I'm sorry. I don't see her. She's too domineering. She's too. Even
It's
though
not
she made
even
a
being
fool.
led by a string. It's just something you could make a statement or say something and put that inception type shit in a bitch. You don't even
She,
really have to lead them. You can just make a statement, a dry statement
with
from the
Kiki,
point
yeah,
of
I
nothing.
don't see her falling for that. Just VS a little bit too strategic to fall for something like that. I mean, I can see it from your point of view, but I just the only way I see VS going along with it is she knows it, and she just going along with it because on the flip side of it, it's gonna benefit her.
Hmm.
That girl, that she moved, VS moving very, very strategically out here on these streets. I don't know if it's to make up lost revenue when she was gone for 3 years. I do believe she want to be back over here in this beef sector. She just ain't figured out how to get back over here in this beef sector. Now, what you think about that one?
Um, it's it's the money aspect of over here in the beef sector. She knows as far as like the big money, the beef sector has dried up for her. So she had to move on to get that big money to other sectors. And I get it.
I don't think the beef sector is dry. I believe it. I believe it's folks over here still supporting
Yeah, it's folk over here still supporting her, but you know, back in the day, that bitch was making like bank. Didn't she have a GoFundMe for $10,000 for a website that they never got?
it. Yeah, I remember that. I
Only to put up a GoFundMe for $7,000 for an engine that she claims she needs, but if you showed anybody the broken engine or the motherfucking
but
paperwork
wait a
to
minute.
say that the engine cost $7,000,
But wait a minute. Look, look out there. Lord, you got me thinking. Has anybody fulfilled that bolo? Be on lookout for the woman that ran off with the plug. Did she ever pop back
oh,
up?
Cynthia R.
Yeah.
Where's Cynthia R. ass at? And no, Miss Diva One, I'm glad you brought that up. Why did I hear her say the other day that she had to talk to her purse holder? I said, bitch, you got another purse holder? You
Yeah,
didn't learn
see.
your lesson from Cynthia R?
Damn,
When
yes.
Cynthia R ran off with the bag
Girl,
right
I
after
was,
DC days?
and I just sit here was giving her accolades for being strategic. That, god damn it, that just washed away every
Uh-huh.
damn thing I said. Oh man, come on, dude, you can't be girl
Fucking
in a
purse
criminal.
holder.
Jesus Christ of life. Now, if you had said yeah, and she was still friends with Bayless, I'd say yeah, but oh man, come on, dude. You can't be in no criminal organization and you can't trust nobody. Ain't no honor amongst thieves.
Mm-mm.
Mm. Tatiana, you've been watching that girl. Look, see, you gonna make me go over there and start watching her now. Does she have a page? Or she just floating from channel to channel?
Who you talking about? Susie?
Yeah.
Yeah, she got a page. It's VS Icon. Just type it in, the shit'll pop up.
Child, I hadn't been keeping up because it's like I don't know the
But
individuals
you
in
know
the
what,
other
Miss Diva One?
sectors.
I can say since she been back, I haven't even really been watching her like that. Cause like I said, I don't get into that Mo 3 shit. I don't care about that shit. But if that bitch start to get over there telling her business and talking about B sector shit, oh, you know I'll be there
I think she want to be back over here.
watching and judging.
I don't think they fight, but I don't think they're as scandalous as the beef sector is. I don't think they
Yeah.
scandalous
They
enough
don't
for
know
it.
as much. They don't know as much.
They just go for the juggler right off the bat. They don't do scandalous stuff, calling this one and sending dead roses, black roses to grave sites and all that stuff. They not that scandalous like y'all look like these folks over here is. Cause I'm innocent of all
You know, with
charges.
them over there, all they can do is read her on the surface and read her on the shit that people already have said or know about her. They basically there's no reason they could read her on that Cynthia R shit and this new purse holder shit we just talked about because they don't know that. So it's kind of safe over there.
Child, sit there, I in witness protection program somewhere because that woman ain't been back out. That woman, I just want to know how much of the plug that she ran off on. Because obvious, I'd be mad too. She done ran off on the plug. But come on, dude. Yeah, come on now. You know you don't go to no major bank when you're doing criminal activities. You got to go get one of these homegrown little banks. Come on now. Somebody better teach her how to be a criminal now. Because we don't
Mm,
want you to come back and
mm,
make some of the same foolishness.
mm.
And
And
I
then
like to say,
Cynthia R was working at a bank.
you got to be a
Don't
damn
do you
motherfucker.
remember that shit, Miss Diva One?
I remember. Mm-mm,
And that
mm-mm.
shit was like, wait a minute, and nobody really explored that situation as far as like making calls and looking
But you know
into
what? They
it.
wasn't as
So
I mean, they wasn't as scandalous back then as they are now.
yeah, yeah,
They
yeah.
got now it's just all out free fall around here. Hell, they pulling up your DNA and RNA records around here. It's like, oh my god, they wasn't there. I think a lot of people kind of skated up under the radar with all of that. Because I think if she was to ever, she had did at one point in time. That's how they found out that what's her name was supporting her. What's the girl name? Oh shit. If she was to ever put out all of her supporters back then, I think it would blow a whole lot of folks out the water. No, oh, you was over there supporting her. Oh, you was over there supporting her too. Now I think that'll be scandalous if she was to ever do that. But I think them same
Well,
people are still supporting her.
it for anybody who cares to know, it's kind of already out there because people over the years have been re-uploading some of her old videos, and you can see the chat. And that was before all this new chat features and shit. So the chat, you could really see everybody and everything in the chat. So it's kind of out there who was over there back in the day. But a lot of them have changed their name. So
Okay, now some of these folks, and you said it and took my mind. I have seen a video or two, and I saw some people in the chat, and I'm like, oh, okay, she was over there supporting.
uh-huh.
I mean, shit, look, girl, look. I ain't gonna lie. I was in her bushes every time she went live. I ain't gonna lie
Oh, me
about it.
too.
Cause I'm like, what this fool gonna do today? That was my motto. What this fool gonna do today? So I
You
mean, I
better
don't
keep
know.
an
No,
eye on that. You better keep an eye on her ass.
yeah, cause she used to pull. That girl used to pull some women. That's why I say I think she want to get back over here. But I mean, I could be wrong. Hey, get money, bitches. I mean, you gotta get it. Do you think she's gonna get to 7,000? That's what I want to know.
I think with all this controversy going on about it, she'll get it.
Yeah.
I think with all the outrage, the people who support her are going to fight against the outrage and give her what she needs.
Pretty much, cause they show keeping it in the algorithm. If they ain't
The
doing nothing
outrage is
else,
going to get her paid. Isn't
they
that
gonna get
some
her
crazy
paid.
shit? The outrage will get her paid.
But I mean, is it not?
But
You
see,
know
it don't work
that
like that for everybody. Everybody's outrage doesn't get everybody paid. But it's going to work for her because people have strong passion for her
okay, well, let me ask you
and
this
they convey
question.
it with money.
Let me ask you a question. We're gonna keep it on the as y'all quote, big on big. I was listening to Sean's live, like I said, just catching up on it because I went to sleep early. And they was talking about DKL and him begging. I don't see DKL as begging. I see DKL as being entertaining. I mean, he got his commercials. He puts his commercials in there, and he's giving you a full-fledged show. Now, what do you think? Your opinion on it?
It is a show, but it is begging, but he plays up the begging because James used to call him out for begging when they were friends. Like in the beginning, it was kind of like he was asking for cash apps and donations, a little bit more than average, I would say. And James called him out in the friendly style about stop all that damn begging. So
What?
Dutchess, being the silly motherfucker that he is, he took that and played it up and made the Charlie Theodore clip with him begging, and then the Poe Clown clip with himself begging, and it's become a tongue in cheek type of thing. but it is begging. Hey, Shauna, thank you for being a member, boo.
Okay. Okay, well, let me ask you this. Okay. Like I said, this is just a 360. The one thing, and I'm not talking about it, but the one thing, I was listening to them when they was talking about how the supporters do not feel appreciative or they being cussed out or whatever. And as I was riding this morning, I was listening. I was like, well, you know what? I can kind of understand that. I can say one person understood that at the beginning, and no matter what, she think every time she got cash app or whatever, she made it a point to go on and beyond over saying thank you, I appreciate you, and that was 5A. Now 5A made it a point to thank every one of her supporters every time that she got a cash app. So in a sense, I can kind of understand that, appreciate your supporters, tell them thank you so you can continue to keep the money train coming. Now, would she be in the begging category? Because she never asked nobody
She
for
is
anything. They
not
just gave it to her.
a she's not a regular beggar. She's not a constant beggar. But with this past situation with her buying VS's domain, she said, "Oh yes, Babe Nation, I'm begging today," and they got that money up. So
Now, is that
she
wait a minute?
classified herself on that day as a beggar. So yes, on that
But is
day
that
she was a
begging or
beggar.
asking
But
for
constant,
donations because we got a
no,
purpose? We
she doesn't beg. She doesn't ask for cash apps. She doesn't ask for donations. They just give.
I don't know. I don't know. I guess like you said,
I,
I'm just
I mean, what is the language where she asks? Because we know everybody's language when they start asking. What is her language when she asks? She doesn't have one because she doesn't ask
no, she don't
very
ask.
often. She will ask, but it. I mean, literally, I can't remember the last time past this time where she asked outright like that. I'm sure it's happened, but I can't remember it because it's kind of few and far in between.
Okay, Tatiana, you part of the public relations committee.
I am not PR bitch. That's just from where I'm sitting from the stuff that I've seen.
I say you part of the PR committee. How would you starting right now, could you give us an example on what verbiage could be used so it would not seem like uh that people are begging?
I watch a lot of other videos. I watch a lot of movie review videos, things like that, people from different sectors, and they also do ask from their people. And it's kind of like it goes like if you would like to further support this channel, you can do
Mm-hmm.
so by joining the Patreon, where you will receive exclusive videos.
Let me ask you a question. Hold on.
They
So,
also say things like if you would like to further support this channel, you can do so by clicking the link below and exploring my website, and your first purchase will receive 10% off.
run a public ad. You mind me asking Shawana? Shawana made a comment, Babe Nation, and in parentheses, like club chat, close parentheses, keep her wallet fat. Please elaborate, Shawana.
And also with 5 Aid, it was the same thing, kind of. If you would like to further support my channel, you can do so by going to my website and purchasing a wig.
Yeah.
They're not. She wasn't offering nothing for nothing. Get something, buy something, support me in that way. Not just blindly giving me money for crab legs, and I ain't giving you shit back. I'm not offering you
I think
anything tangible.
I think it's more. I think it's more so if they had just kept it private, it would none of this be going on. And I still blame Dobie for 85-90% of this fuck shit, and I'm standing on
Adobe
that.
industry.
Cause she no, she
Adobe
ain't.
got a
She ain't
whole
no business up
halo.
there rallying up the troops, talking about people taking money and can't nobody else make no money. And you sit your ass down, shit. You need what you got a broken wheel on your scooter or something. Mm-mm.
And
Mm-mm.
now, as far as Dobie, when Dobie was over there begging for the transmission, I went live. I dragged her ass for that shit too. Did I donate for the transmission? Hell no.
Did she ever
But
get
this
the car
Mother's Day,
fixed?
I donated a little $5 on the Cash App to Dobie, and I told her Happy Mother's Day, and I told her thank you for all the laughs because she has been making me boil over with laughs recently.
Well,
So
see, they,
I
there
will
you
give
go.
for that, but I'm not gonna give you anything. You begging for a transmission and you ain't showed me no paperwork from the motherfucking shop. You ain't. I mean, no, you're not offering. To sell T-shirts for the transmission. Get a commemorative Dolby transmission T-shirt. It only cost me $5 to make, but I'm selling them for 75.
So basically, you
Nothing.
saying,
Like, get the fuck out of here.
hold on. Shawana says, sure. I think Babe Nation happily pays for Five's attention publicly and privately, much like Sean does with Club Chat. The difference I see is Club Chat and Sean gives a lot. We don't pay for we don't pay for attention. We don't pay for attention. I prefer not to even have attention. I don't like when people put what I write in the chat up there on the board. But I mean, it could be perceived in so many different ways. But I mean, okay. But don't people do that? They sit here and get those. They when they want what they did. What Reverend Doofus over there be saying? Put a color on it. Put a color on it when they want their
Yeah,
names or what they said to be put up in lights so everybody can see.
yeah. But sometimes it's necessary to put that shit, put a color on it so everybody can see what the fuck you need to say. Sometimes it's necessary.
But you
I've
ain't got
done
to
it
put a
before.
color. But is that the only time you gonna read what I got to say when I put a color on it? Why you just can't read what I
Mm.
got to say without me putting a color on it?
Well, sometimes Miss Diva One with me, if I'm on my phone or I'm cooking or whatever, and the phone's on the counter, and I'm listening and just kind of peeking in the chat. But if I see a color, I'ma stop and look. You know what I'm saying?
Mm, yeah, I think. Well, why do you give her money? I paid Thotty for attention, not to me personally, but I don't give I don't give Five Babe money. I'm like this. If I'm over in your I'm like this. If I'm on your panel, I mean not panel, if I'm in your room and you're entertaining to me, I'll throw you a $5 a super chat because you're entertaining to me. You've taken up your time to entertain me.
Yeah, that's how I feel. I feel like if you're giving me the best laugh I've had all week, nothing on TV that I've seen, nothing that I've heard from anybody else has got me laughing like you got me laughing. I got $5 or $10 to slide in the side of your drawer as a
Yeah.
tip for my
Well, people.
entertainment purposes. Because if
Eh,
I
eh,
can pay the cable man $120 a fucking month, I can definitely give these people $5 or $10, and they're giving me way more entertainment.
yeah, I'm like it. I'm like this. If you're entertaining, you're entertaining. Like you said it best. Whether you go to a comedy show or whatever it is, you're gonna have to pay to get in the doorway. It's a 2 drink minimum. I mean, if you're entertaining, you're entertaining. Everybody ain't got it to give. Now that's the problem. That's the only problem I have with it. That you constantly wanting somebody to give and you constantly calling for them to give something, give something. Now that's probably a little problem that I
You
do
know what
have.
I do, Miss Diva One? Because
Uh-huh.
I don't expect anybody to give me anything. What I do, what I used to do, and I should do more often, is I ask if you want to give, but you ain't got it to give. Please just watch the ads on my videos. Don't skip them.
Yeah. I know when
That
I was
I
over
mean
there.
that
Now this
that
is
means a lot. That makes a lot of difference.
well, explain this one
You
to
know.
me, Tatiana. You seem level headed. When I was up there on Pizarro's panel the other day, and this kind of had me kind of puzzled for a minute, and I was like, "No, just shake it off, because you know these motherfuckers are tired." But when I was up there arguing with old boy over there, and I was like, and I'll probably be back over there watching you again. Well, if she don't like him, what's she going over there watching? And I think he said something. You being fake. I'm being fake because I'm over here watching you. I don't have to like you to not watch you. I mean, you're
No,
entertaining to me.
you have
I
to
don't understand.
watch to keep up with the story. This whole thing is a story. And you have to watch the main key players to keep up with the damn story if you want an accurate story. Or
Yeah.
you could go off of what other people saying about you. So do you want me to watch you and form my own opinion? Do you want me to go off of what other people are saying about you? Because what other people are saying about you is not so fucking high.
Or better yet, um, because everybody else mad at you, I got to be mad at you. Or because everybody else don't like you, I gotta not like you. Are you serious? I ain't got nothing to do with it. She never did nothing to me, and even if she did, like you ain't cut Quan
Entertaining is
out.
entertaining if you like them or not. Entertaining is entertaining. VS, for example.
Exactly.
I do
And
not like that bitch. But when it comes to the B sector, the bitch is entertaining.
who? Quan?
BS.
Oh, that exactly. It's all about entertaining. I mean, I'm not a Kevin Hart fan, but some of the stuff he do is entertaining. I'm not a Trump fan, but I'm just gonna keep it real. What that man said about the border was true. Now y'all like we should have listened to him. I mean, just I mean, I don't know. I just don't understand some of these folks. Just because you don't like him, I'm gonna peep over here and see what he's talking about. Okay, he hot. Let me get my ass up out of here. And if he funny, I done drug Jay Wilson in 1 minute and turned around and super chatted him right after I got done dragging him. Cause he is entertaining at time when he get on a roll now. Sometimes he get on my
Hmm.
last damn nerve, but I mean the man is funny at times.
Yeah, Jay Wilson is very entertaining. He doesn't really get on my nerves. He doesn't really rub me the wrong way all too often. I know a lot of people say that he is oh, what's the word? Two-faced,
Superficial.
superficial. But I guess for me the laugh kind of supersede all of that shit, and I can look past it because he's not really nasty, not really nasty. He always has a sense of humor with his nastiness.
You me. I was raised by gay men. Gay men raised me. Gay men raised me on every aspect of every level. They raised me. So I don't I know people that's like Jay Wilson. I know people like James. I know people like Sean, like Rebel, like CT. Well, CTV, they will label a different thing. But anyway, I know these people. No, I've been around people like them. That nice, nasty. Jay Wilson, church queen, all day long. Jay Wilson is the true version of a church queen. And gays like that, I can only take in increments. Only in increments because he worked my nerves. Individuals like James, they don't like women. So I tend to stay away from them because your gay don't like women. So there's no need to even socialize with you because you don't like women, period. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm still lost and confused on this in this sector because a lot of this stuff has me bewildered. Maybe because people putting labels on everything. I don't know.
Now, what makes you think that James doesn't like women?
James don't like women.
I just think he doesn't like people that don't like him.
I don't think James don't like. I was raised by like I said, I was raised by gay men. James don't like women.
Okay, you see the signs.
Yeah, I mean that's like I said, that's me because I've been raised around them. I still to this day
Hmm.
hang around them. I don't like women. I mean, look how look. You quick to compare yourself to a woman. You quick to down a woman. Quick to down a woman. Quick to compare yourself to a woman. Look down your nose at women. Come on now, dude. You don't like no damn women. But that's me. That's why I look at these women that's all over there flaws all on him. I'm like, you do know he don't like women, right? He tolerates y'all, but he don't like women. But hell, Shauna said that before. So I mean, shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
And as for
I
Kwani, I
don't know.
love Kwani.
I
You
don't
don't
know.
see it?
I never felt that from James. I just felt
Yeah.
like he just has a nasty disposition about himself altogether. It doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman or a child. We've seen him be nasty to all. So
Does he have a nasty disposition, or did it just come out all of a sudden?
it's been gradual over the years. You know, it's
Hmm.
been disappointing because we, as longtime watchers, did hold him in, like, I don't want to say high regard or high esteem, but you know, we looked at him a little different back in the day. And now he's over there the day before Mother's Day screaming about somebody's mama being a dead bitch. Like, this is not the James we knew. Or is it the James we knew? And he was hiding this part of himself the whole time.
Sometimes people can see people for who they want them to be, not who they really are. And I'm saying that from experience because I was one of those. Yeah, I I had, even with our arguing back and forth the other day, I still have a tender spot when it comes to him because he, like I said, I was raised by gay men. One of the gay men that I was raised by, James reminds me of him, minus all that nasty vitriol. But I
Mm-hmm.
know how nasty gay men can get. That nasty vitriol that just ain't called for. You just going, you can't roast a person that got the best of you. So now you want to get nasty and gutter with it. Why? That's just, it don't make sense to me. But this the beef sector. I don't knock him for what he do, but I mean he is what he is. So I accept him. But you got people out there that love him. So that's me, in my
Yeah.
opinion. But I still say Dovis caused all this shit and I ain't leaving. Dovis, goddamn. Paper plate gate. And as a QB, I love QB. QB all right with me. I think QB got in over his head. I think Five should have let him know what type of person that James was, so he wouldn't have lost all those channels.
Oh, baby. QB. I love QB. QB be dragging the shit
He
out
showed
of
it.
James.
But you know what?
When
It's
he
like
gets
he
on a
has to get
roll,
ground up.
oh, when
He,
he gets on a roll, that shit
mm,
is amazing. Can't nobody get James' ass like QB can get him. Brian can get him
amen.
good too.
Brian be in
Brian
his
is a real
feelings.
good. He can get his ass good too. But QB, oh, I wish QB and Brian would do a live together one day and just tag team that nigga.
Brian gets in his feelings too much when it come to him. You can't get in your when it comes to
It's
James, you
good
can't get in
though
your
because he gets
feelings.
crazy and manic, and that's when the good shit comes out.
When it comes to James, you got to strategically roast him. Cause he already thinks he's all of that and he's a church. James going to church queen mode when he thinking he all of that. You got to be strategic to roast him. He really ain't a roast. He can't roast. That's why he goes vile and nasty all the time. He can't. My opinion, but I could be wrong. You just Brian too emotional right now to get at him. Brian has gotten him before, but he didn't have his feelings in it.
Well, see, Brian is more of a roaster and a dragger. James reads. It's a difference.
What is he reading on?
Reading
What is
you on his perception of you, on his perception of you. He's
but
looking at
everybody
you with them gray eyeballs, and he's gonna give you his synopsis on what he sees of you.
what he sees and what he sees is not is the same blueprint format what he sees everybody.
Hmm, it could be, and that could say a lot about him. But he's not a dragger or a roaster. He's a reader. He will read your ass.
All right, give me your breakdown. Dragger, roaster, and a reader.
A reader is kind of like, how your mama will tell you about yourself.
No, out of the individuals here in the beef sector, give me your dragger, your roaster, and your reader.
Okay. So Stomp Down drags the shit out of
Ooh,
motherfuckers. That's a dragger. He will
good.
drag your ass,
Yes,
knees
Lord.
blooded, throat swollen,
Boy, I had
eyeball
to go
hanging
get me
out.
a band-aid or two. I be like, good God Almighty.
Calm
Jesus.
down drags the shit. A roaster. I guess people consider Ness to be a roaster.
Mm.
That's what the people consider, as far as from what
Mm.
I've heard. I would
Mm-hmm.
consider
Mm-hmm.
um Phi Babe is a good roaster.
Yeah.
Phi Babe is a good roaster.
It's like she has
And,
to get.
and and like I said, James is a good reader. He'll read your ass.
Okay.
And
Okay.
that's just my opinion.
Wiley is a good reader.
Yes, Wiley is a good reader. Wiley will read your ass. That clip that Sean put out with Wiley reading his mama, oh my God, that shit's so funny. I circle back to that shit to this day.
But see, Wiley can flip that switch and become a dragger also.
Yeah, he can. He can.
He a multitasker.
And the difference between Wiley being the dragger and the reader is when he's reading, he has a air of sassiness about him.
Mm-hmm.
But when he's dragging, it ain't no sassy to it. He just dragging.
Now I'm gonna tell you a good roaster. I don't know if anybody has. I don't know if anybody even go over there and still listens to him. But Jaded Nerd. Oh, Jaded Nerd is flawless.
Is he still
Him.
going live?
That's why I say I don't know if anybody listened to him. Because baby, I'm still waiting on Jay Wilson to answer to him. Baby, when I tell you Jaded Nerd drug the shit out of Jay Wilson, I was like, oh my dang.
I don't know if you guys are realizing, but YouTube is doing that stupid shit again where they like flick unsubscribing people from folks. So I was unsubscribed from a couple people I thought I was subscribed to. So
And
I'm
look,
gonna have to check and see if I'm
let's
still
not leave
subscribed to
out
Jada
Chip of the
Nerd.
L, because Chip of the L dragger too. He just Chip of the L be dragging everybody. Chip of the L is an equal opportunist roaster. He and dragger. He just don't care. He gonna drag everybody.
Chipper needs a fucking community tab.
Okay. Okay. I don't see old boy as a reader. I don't, but that's just my opinion on it. I've heard better.
Faith Driven said James reminds me of someone who used to get beat up back in the day. I don't know. I think James can fight
Yeah, man.
because of the area they're from and the situation with that family. I think maybe he could fight.
You said
I
the
mean, he
same.
had to grow up fighting. He's got a brother and he got a lot of male cousins and shit, and he's a little sassy. He had to grow up fighting.
I don't see him as a fighter. I don't.
Now, see, I never saw DKL as a fighter, but when Kwani threatened to beat his ass in the park and he made that little video of himself with the Rocky music, da da
Girl.
da, and he was punching at the air, DKL got hands, bitch. I would have never thought,
Now
but
that one,
DKL got hands, bitch.
you think DKL can fight? Who you think will
Did
win
you
between
see the
him and Quan?
video, Miss Diva One? Did you see the video? The
I
little
saw
clip
the
he did?
video. I didn't what you
DKL
said.
got hands.
You know what? I can see somebody getting into the fight with DKL, and he'll say something stupid and make them laugh and make them forget about them even want to fight him.
And I think that's the advantage for him is his look. He got that gray beard and he a little sassy, so they wouldn't expect him to have hands. They would expect him to come with the straight windmill in the screen, not the uppercut in the jab.
I don't know. DKL, I
If
don't know.
James is a nasty person by his mouth, he fights dirty. He'll pick up a brick or a handful of dirt and smear it in the bitch's face. Like he'll bite. Wasn't Mink and Coolin over there fighting and biting?
Well, hold on,
So
Tatiana. I'm pissed off at you. Why you didn't tell me them folks was on Judge Mathis?
who was on judgment? Oh, you talking about King Payne?
No, I'm talking about Fine QB.
When?
Yeah, let me get over here and look.
Ain't nobody saying B-Sec ain't said shit. This first I'm hearing about it.
Yes,
Now I
ma'am.
was hearing her keep saying something big is coming up in May. Something big is coming up in May, but we've heard that something big is coming up from her before, and it was
Oh
given.
shit. I'm on this damn thing. I'm on this damn thing.
So
Let me get over.
she
Yeah,
kept saying something big was coming up in May, and I kept disregarding that shit. So I guess that something big came up.
I got the girl. I'm a. I can't hit the link right now because I'm on this thing with you. Oh shoot.
That's okay, Miss Diva One. You know, girl, you know that the people in the chat is already looking for it.
These folks be on it.
You know they already looking for it, girl. It's okay if you can't put the link or drop
No,
and find it right now. It's okay.
Chipper said we drag his key. I promise Chipper, look, I'm a country girl. And I'm telling you, Chipper, look, we grew up playing. Only thing, country house, was two things that you couldn't do in my grandma's house. You couldn't call nobody a lie. That'll get you put out. Because old folks, the devil's a lie. And you couldn't gamble in my grandma's house. Those are the only two things that were forbidden in the country house. But baby, when I tell you we grew up playing the dozens and getting popped with a wet towel. Baby, we grew up playing the
You know,
dozens.
me and my brother were suspended from summer camp once because we were playing the dozens. And I guess whatever I said to the little boy got a little too spicy, and the little boy like put me in a headlock. So my brother decided to fucking drop kick his ass for putting his sister in a headlock. So we were suspended from summer camp for a week for fighting behind playing the dozens.
Man,
And
yeah.
you know, of course, bitch, I was winning.
That's
Of
why I say I
course.
be listening to these folks on here and they be crying. I'm like, okay, we played the dozens with our mamas in the room. Hell, mamas was playing the dozens with us. It was no whole bars in playing the dozens. Shoot, everybody could get it. The kids was getting it. Mamas, grandma, my grandmama and granddaddy was in the room when my cousins was playing the dozens with my other cousins. Baby, they were going for war, talking about each other's mamas and everything else. I listen to these folks up here crying. And she said that and don't say that. I'm like, girl, well, you can't hang around us because we still play the
Mhm.
damn dozens around here. Ain't no
And
fighting words.
between playing the dozens and just actually fighting, like fist fighting and wrestling and drop kicking each other and fucking and it when I was a kid, WWE and well it was WWF was a big thing, like The Rock and all them. So we used to wrestle all the time. I can fight my little ass off.
Girl, I grew up on Jerry Lawler and Jimmy Valiant, all them old school wrestlers when the weatherman got whooped and all the rest of that. So child, when wrestling was real, they swear it ain't real now, but when it was real back in, yeah, all that wrestling and fighting and dozens and I, child, this your beef sector, Tatiana. This ain't the beef sector I know because people they got too sensitive over here now. They want scripted. This is starting to be a reality show over here.
Yeah, but you know, it is kind of the subscribers' fault because people complain about the way people be
Yeah,
and the things people say and how they fight. And, you know, I'm guilty of the shit as well. But, you know, we do have to have, even though this is the beef sector, we do have to have a smidgen of accountability.
I got the dead. That's my boundary. I don't just leave the dead mothers and stuff like that. That's my boundary. But um the rest of it, go ham.
Uh-oh. It looks like we may have lost Miss Steva One. Yep, it looks like we lost her. Well, guys, it has been 2 hours and 7 minutes. This was so, so fun. And thank you all for being here. Thank you all for being members. Thank you all who are not members for just being here. Let me see. We have 31 like, oh, thank you, 31 people for liking the video. I appreciate y'all. So I think we are going to get out of here, guys. Like I said, it's been 2 hours and 8 minutes, and this was super fun. And thank you so much, Miss Diva One, for joining me. I loved chatting with you. I like chatting with you guys, but only my bitches. And with that being said, guys, we are out of here. Have a great day. Peace.